Hey, it's Bernadette. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been a minute since I've been on live stream, but I'm here. We are going to talk about how if you're in survival mode, what that is, but if you are in survival mode, how it might be blocking your manifestation, creating what you want in life. If you've been trying to change your life, if you've been struggling to figure out how to get to the next level, how to grow your business, how to increase your income, how to save more money so that you can buy your dream home, how to just have more love, improve your health. And it's not happening. In fact, it's probably getting worse if you're stuck in survival mode. And if that's you, we're going to talk about that today. So, I hope you're having a good night. I am hoping that this stream holds tonight because we just have this massive storm and it came out of nowhere and literally knocked out our internet for a bit. So I was trying to come on and had lightning, thunder, power outage, and now it's back. So I'm hoping, absolutely hoping that it holds right now. If you're here, say hello. If you're on YouTube, say, hey, I can see you over on YouTube. I can see you on Facebook. I'm trying to share the stream. And even Facebook is a little bit slow today. So I want to see who's here, who we've got. I don't know why I can't find my stream, but oh well, might not be able to share it over here on the Facebook. It always takes a minute, so I'm giving you guys a chance to get here because I don't want to jump into everything if y'all aren't here. Be nice if you were here, right? But if you are here, say hello so I know where you're watching from and that you can see the stream, that you can hear me. Like I said, we had a massive storm with lightning like a mile away that struck a daycare. And then they had the school flooded, the parking lot. They had to get the kids out of the parking lot because they couldn't get the buses in there. It's crazy, crazy storms. So let me see if I can get this over on my, I'm trying to get it. Wow, trying to get it shared. But we've got two people watching. Don't just stalk me. Please say hello. Say hello. Let me know that you're here. I hate doing live streams when there's no one talking, but y'all are watching. So tonight's discussion is going to be about survival mode. If you're in survival mode, it might be blocking what you're trying to create in life. How do I know? I've been there. I've done that. Most of the people that come into Charm Life to change their entire lives, to up their income, to get out of a money block situation, to, break through an upper limit block, to change their relationships, deepen their connection, and change their entire lives are coming in, and most of them are actually in survival mode. Hi, Miss Camille. Hi, Claire Clark. How are you? It's nice to see you guys. So let's talk about this. If you're in survival mode, one of the things that happens, and this is what I specialize in, is if you're locked in survival mode and you're stuck in the quagmire of ego, the ego's actually grabbed on and is keeping you there, locked in a cage. It's going to show up something like this if you're stuck there. You're barely making it through the day, right? You've had some sort of a crisis, an emergency, a change, a loss, and it's been longer than 6 months, but you can't get out of that fight, flight, freeze mode, right? You're still reacting to everything from a very reactionary standpoint, and everything feels like a crisis. Now, it may be that you're so overwhelmed that you're just barely making it through the day, right? Maybe you have little energy, and every task can feel like quicksand if you're operating from survival mode. And even though you're working, even though you're accomplishing things and you're taking care of chores, you're taking care of the kids, the cleaning, the laundry, you're just focused on making it through that day, right? And not really present, not really tuned in to what's happening around you. If this sounds like you, I want you to put it in the chat. And here's the other thing that happens, and I'll tell you why I know this so well, because it's really important that you understand how it actually blocks you. When the weekend rolls around, when you're in survival mode, because you've been so tense, because your nervous system is so hyperactive, all you want to do is sleep. All you want to do is lay in front of the television. You have no energy even for basic things, right? You don't want to take a shower, don't want to clean the house, don't want to do anything. I just want to hide from the world. And then you judge yourself because you're not being productive, because you're not motivated. And then you wonder what's wrong with me, especially if it's been, like I said, longer than 6 months. When you're in survival mode, everything feels like it's urgent. Every bill, every deadline, every chore feels like it has to be done now. And it feels like you're the only one that can get it done. It feels like you don't have any help. It feels like you just want to fall to the floor and cry the minute someone tries to put something else on your plate. Now, I've been here and I've done it. The other part of survival mode is you get stuck in the mind circling, intrusive thoughts, sometimes insomnia, where you're barely getting any sleep because the minute you start to fall asleep, you start to relax, all of a sudden your mind jumps into rehashing the day or preparing for tomorrow. You're on guard. That is what survival mode is. It is that place where while you're getting stuff done and you might look fine on the outside, you are not, in fact, fine on the inside. And it can last for some people years. It can become a way of life. Now, how does it affect what we create in life? If you're in survival mode, your ego is probably running the show, right? Survival mode puts you in a state of fear. Whether you're conscious of the fact that you're in fear or not, your ego is now controlling everything. And your ego is there to help you survive. We don't want to destroy the ego, but we actually want to control it, because your ego will keep you in that state of fear, locked in, afraid that the things of the past are going to happen again. And when we have some sort of a crisis or an unexpected loss, we can get dropped in there really quick. Where I specialize in dealing with the ego is helping people to overcome it so that you can connect to your higher self. And I have a very specific process. I've been teaching and coaching in my program, Charm Life, since 2014. Taken hundreds of people through that program, and they've had amazing results. Unlock things so quickly. Money comes rolling in, promotions come rolling in, but money also stays. It doesn't just fly right back out, which a lot of times when you're in survival mode, your energy is so out of balance that as much money comes in goes out. So you can't save money. It's one of the things I went through when I was in my 20s. I went through it after going through massive trauma from the abuse of my daughter, and I got trapped there for about 2 years. And I hit the floor on my knees. I'm like, Spirit, you need to help me with this. Like, I can't keep living like this as a single mom in San Diego. Have a good job. Why am I not making it? Why am I so stressed out? Well, the crisis that I went through with her got her to safety, went through counseling. Everything was focused on her. I never took the time to work on me and get myself out of that crisis mode. So I was still in just survive this. And my nervous system was shot. The people I was bringing around me were not trustworthy. And then I started to have these beliefs that I couldn't trust anybody, that everything was on me, much like the list I just went through. I had to get myself out of it. And then I realized I have a whole lot of beliefs in me that are not allowing me to create the things I want. And when I went through the process that I teach in Charm Life, everything changed. I literally, if you followed me for any amount of time, you've heard this story, but I literally manifested a big sport fishing boat in California to live on. I wanted to live on the water, and Spirit said you could live on a boat. And I wanted to live as close as I could get to the beach. You can't get any closer than water. I didn't have any money in my savings account, but within a week, I made $25,000 cash from a side job, had a full-time job, and my boss let me do a marketing project for a sister company, made 25 grand, got the down payment, fixed up my credit, bought the boat. And that was the beginning of my whole adventure of consciously creating my life, taking control. Was it over then? No, it's really easy to manifest things. It's really easy to create things. And I want to be very clear on that. That's not what I focus on within my program. I focus on getting you connected to your higher self. I focus on clearing, giving you the tools to clear the things that are blocking you, making you very aware of what has been stopping you. And right now, I came on tonight because Spirit said everybody seems to be in this collective funk. And 2023 has been a weird year. I don't know if you guys have noticed, time has compressed. The time construct is a weird thing. It's like, what day is it today? What month is it? Like a whole entire week will go by and it feels like literally it's only been a day. Like things are just moving super fast. We're already in the middle of May. We're almost to the half point of the year. And it feels like it was New Year's just a couple months ago. And here we are. Like things are just moving, moving, moving. I don't know if you guys feel that, but that's what I've been feeling. And Spirit's been telling me that we all kind of went into survival mode during the pandemic. And most people have not come out of it. For some of you that lost your jobs, for some of you that lost family members, money, the way of living, like everything just got sort of stripped out of our hands. Control over going places, doing things, all got removed from us. It put us into into a collective sort of survival mode. And we have to do some things to get out of it. A lot of people fell into bad habits, bad thought patterns. A lot of people became isolated, and we have to retrain ourselves now to get out. But if you've been working on trying to up level, you've been working on trying to find your stride and move things in a different way, consciously create your life, but you feel like you're just running into block after block after block after block, just DM me and I'll help you with that. All right. I wanted to talk to you guys about that. How many of you can relate to the things that I said about being in survival mode? Put it in the comments. Even if you're not on the live right now, drop it in the comments and let me know that you were here, A. And B, does it sound like you? Because so many of the people, even that have been in Charm Life for a while, recognize they got triggered back into survival mode. And sometimes we do when something happens. Someone becomes sick in our family. Someone leaves work and now we've got the work of two people and we're just in crisis mode, right? And prolonged stress like that will lock us into those patterns and then we can't create anything, no matter how hard we try. And boy, so many of you are high achieving women that are business owners and entrepreneurs, but you're spiritual, you're heart centered, and you're like, why can't I break out of it? And that would be why. Blocks and all of that too. Margarita's saying, yeah, you're not alone, and there's literally no shame, no condemnation. I know this one so well because I've been through it. I've gotten to the other side of it. I went back into it when I had cancer. I went into survival mode to heal my body and to cure the cancer naturally. We all go through cycles and get triggered into it. The key is to recognize when you're there and how to get yourself out. And then gain control of the ego. So the ego can't keep you stuck in that cage. Because if you're in that cage, you're limited. You're not expressing who you are. You're not expressing your full range of power. Your emotions are also not radiating at their highest level. So you can't create at your highest level. You can't feel at your highest level. And you can't have all of what the universe wants to give you. We are meant to keep growing, to keep evolving. And so when we get stuck, we have to look at why am I plateaued, right? We're not meant to stay still. We're meant to continually expand. The universe is always growing, is always expanding. As human beings, we're meant to grow. We're meant to expand. And when we plateau, we have to figure out what that is. And a lot of people that I work with, a lot of you that come to me, is because things are plateaued. Your money's plateaued. You're like, I want to buy a house. And every time I got money in my savings account, some emergency comes along and removes it. Or every time I think I'm getting ahead, something comes along and wipes it out. Or every time I make gains on my physical health and I'm feeling good, something comes along, a virus will come along, and I'm right back to where I started again, battling uphill with health issues. No matter what it is, health, relationships, money, financial level, career, life purpose, connecting to your higher self, they're all tied together. They're all the same thing, and they all have the same connection point of how you break through it, right? You just go at it from a very specific way, whatever you're struggling with. The process that I teach in Charm Life will break you through it. And it's something that I've repeated year after year after year. And I'm still uncovering layers of stuff because we take on programs over and over again. And the program is all about clearing those programs, clearing those fears, getting you back on solid ground, teaching you how to recognize when you're dropping into ego or when the ego's grabbing hold and when you're consciously aware. And then how to keep yourself at that higher level for longer periods of time so that when you do drop, and we all do, it's natural, right? It's normal. We're human. We're here to experience in third dimension. But when you do drop, how to get yourself back up super fast so that you don't have to fall into a long stagnant slump, right? And it's so much better to work from your higher self because you're in flow. You're not forced. You're not pushed. You're not overworking. You're guided by your intuition. Your gifts open up. Your senses that we're meant to be living by, your feelings all come back. And a lot of people in survival mode become numb. So if that's you, again, no shame. I've been there. I know that one. We want to get you out of it. And it can happen really fast and it can happen in a way that feels good, but there's work to be done. This is not an easy process. It's not for the weak of heart. I tell people all the time, like, don't come in and talk to me about joining this program or come into the program if you're not ready to do the self work, the cleanup work. And that isn't something that happens overnight, right? And then we have to repeat the process enough that we get it and we get the teachings and we get the understanding. So, all right, I got to jump because my daughter just got home. My dogs are going to go off. I love you guys. Have a good one. Leave me some comments so that I know that you watched this and it made sense. All right.